So good morning students, I am Nageshwar, your maths faculty. So today we are going to discuss about a sets concept. So our new lesson is sets. First in the sets, first we have to learn the definition. Okay, see, coming to the definition of the sets. The collection of well-defined objects is called the set. I am repeating one more time. A collection of well-defined objects is called the set. Here two words are very important, that is well-defined and distinct. So first of all, before going to discuss this, you have to know this, that what is the meaning of well-defined, what is the meaning of distinct. So distinct means different in the sense it should be different. Repetition should not be allowed. That means if some elements are repeated, then we have to consider one element. We should not take all the elements which are repeated. So next one, well defined in the sense. So well defined in the sense that particular object or element we are able to say whether it is belongs to the particular set or not. Then it is called the well defined. I will explain with one example what is the meaning of well defined. Say for example, I am taking one set. So n is a set of 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So here this is the way of writing set. The set name should be represented with the capital letter, and the set should be enclosed with the braces, and the elements, that means the numbers or things which are writing inside the things are called the elements, and they should be separated by commas. So this is a natural number set, we know very well. So here if you take one number 2, then we are able to say that is belongs to the given set. So for example, if I am taking -2, it is not belongs to the set. So this is called well-defined collection of elements. So that means we are able to decide whether the given any particular element, whether it is belongs to the given set or not. So for example, if I take A is belongs to this set? No, it is not at all belongs to that set. Why? Because these are the numbers and this is alphabet. So this is the meaning of well-defined objects. So I'm going to explain one more example. So for example, A is a set of top 10 students of 10th class. Top 10 students of 10th class, this is one set, and this is not well defined. I will explain how it is not well defined. So top 10 students of 10th class in the sense top, that means talented. A top or otherwise I am treating it as a talented. So talented 10 students in the sense talent means we have different types of talents. From one person to another person we have different types of talents. So the talents depends on the education, others talent depends on the sports, others talents depends on the extracurricular activities like acting, swimming, all those things. So there is no mention of detailed clarification of which type of talent it is, so that it is not at all well defined. So for example, if I take a particular person, so I am unable to say whether it is his talented student or not. Why? Because which talent is not specifically defined. So this is not the set. So here this is the set. Why? Because they are collection of well-defined distinct objects. Those two things are very important. Distinct property, that means the repetition should not be allowed. If you observe in the natural number set, no number repeated. So all numbers are different only. And here if it is talented 10 students of 10th class in the sense, so the talent is not specifically defined. So it is not the set, this is not the set, and this is the set. So this is the definition of the well-defined set. And here the elements, the numbers or things which we are writing inside the braces are called the elements. These elements, they have to follow one particular rule also. The particular rule in the sense here, if you observe, these all are the natural numbers. Otherwise, the difference between any two numbers is 1. So one particular rule is following the numbers. At the same time, they are distinct, that means different, and they are well defined. So we are able to say whether if we take any number, we are able to say whether it belongs to that set or not, and does not belong to that set or not. Students, in sets we have to use different types of symbols. So I will explain the symbols according to the situation. Here we have to discuss about two symbols. So in the definition, while explaining the elements and sets relationship, I am using two different words, and it's belongs to and does not belongs to. So it is a tedious process to write each and every time belongs to and does not belongs to. So instead of that belongs to and does not belongs to, we have a separate symbols. So have a look at the board. What are the symbols? So belongs to. For belongs to, we have to use this symbol. So E-shaped symbol. So next one, does not belongs to. Does not belong to. So this is the symbol for the does not belongs to. Say for example, I am taking one whole number set 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. This is the set. Say for example here 4 is belongs to the whole numbers. So the meaning of this 4 belongs to whole number set. So instead of this belongs to, we no need to write each and every time the belongs to, we have to use this symbol. So for example, if you minus 5 is belongs to this symbol, no, it does not belongs to. So does not belongs to means you have to write the E and you have to cross it. So minus 5 does not belongs to whole numbers. So this is the symbol. So therefore minus 5 does not belongs to whole numbers. So these are the two different symbols, and we have so many symbols we have. According to the situation, I will explain the new symbols. So representation of sets. Representation of sets. Representation of sets, in how many ways we can represent the sets is called the representation of the sets. We have two different ways to write to represent the sets. So one is roster form, or we have one more name that is called a list form. The second one is the set builder form. Set builder form, otherwise another name is a rule form. So with some examples, I will explain what is the meaning of roster form and what is the meaning of set builder form. So roster form means we know very well. So therefore, listing all the elements. What are the elements involved in the set? We have to write the elements separated by the commas. So for example, this is the P is a set. Is 2, 3, 5, 7. This is a set. This is a set of prime numbers which are less than 10. So this is called a roster form. The roster form means we have to write all the elements. What are the elements involved in the set? You have to write as it is. That is called the roster form. So what is the set builder form? The same set I'm going to write in set builder form. So P is equal to set builder form. Here you have to use one variable x, such that this is called, the symbol is called the such that this x, what is this x? We have to represent what is the x. So this is called the rule or condition. X is a prime number. X is a prime number less than this condition, less than 10. So x such that x is a prime number less than 10. So what are the prime numbers less than 10? The first two prime number list from this 2, next 3, 5 and 7. So less than 10, so that 8 is not a prime number, 9 is not a prime number, 10 is not a prime number. So this is the roster form and this is the set build form. Hope you understand. Otherwise I will explain one more example. Here I am taking one more set. So A is a 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So these are the multiples of 2. Up to first to 5 multiples of the 2. So next this is called a roster form and I am going to write the set builder form. So A is a set of x equal to A equal to x such that x is a multiple of 2 less than or equal to x is a multiple of 2 less than or equal to 10. So multiple of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 less than or equal to, or equal to, so equal to is there, so equal to you have to take 10 also. So here this is very important to 1 or 2 marks question. So we have to convert to roster forms into the set builder forms and vice versa. So not only 1 and 2 marks questions, but 4 marks questions also they will give questions in set builder forms, so that we have to convert them into the roster form and we have to see. So in the set builder form, this is called, this symbol is called such that. The symbol is called what? Such that. So and this is a variable and this is the rule. So not only this, we can another way of writing set builder form. A equal to x equal to 3n such that n belongs to the natural numbers and n is less than 5. So this is the condition, x equal to 3n, this is the such that, and n belongs to n. That means this n value you have to take is natural numbers, and that n also natural numbers is less than 5. So that means what are the elements you will get here? Say for example, if n equal, what is the least natural number? 1. If n equal to 1, x equal to, you will get 3 into 1. So the first element is 3. Next one, if you take n equal to 2, so x equal to, you will get 3 into 2, that equal to 6. Now if it is n equal to 3, so x equal to, we will get 3 into 3, that equal to, up to less than 5 you have to take. So n equal to 4, so x equal to 3 into 4, that equal to 12. So you should not take 5. Why? Because n is less than 5. If it is less than or equal to 5, then you can consider the 5. But it is less than 5, so you should not take 5. Up to 4 only you have to take. Therefore, the elements of A is equal to first element is 3, second element is 6, 9 and 12. So this is the way you have to write. You have to convert a set builder form into roster form. That's a very important topic. The very important topic you have to. So now I will explain about the conditions. Different situations we have for this condition I will explain. So we discussed roster form means listing all the elements, and set builder form listing the condition by their common property. So now I will explain the different types of the condition, how to convert a set builder form into the roster form. See, A is a set of x such that x belongs to natural numbers and x 3 is less than x is less than 8. The meaning of this, so 3 is less than x is less than 8, and here the natural numbers, that means you have to take your natural numbers only. Less than, that means more than 3 and less than 8. What are the numbers? So A is a setup, you should not take 3 and you should not take 8. The between numbers, that is 4, 5, 6 and 7 only you have to take. So take one more number. A is a set of x such that x belongs to natural numbers and 3 is less than or x is less than or equal to 8. In this condition, the condition is 3 is less than or equal to x, less than or equal to 8. So now you can take 3 and 8 also. Why? Because here less than symbol or equal to symbol is there. So the A is a set of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Coming to one more example. A is a set of x such that x belongs to the natural numbers, and if 3 is less than x is less than or equal to 8. In this condition, what is the condition? 3 is less than x and less than or equal to 8. That means you should not consider the 3 and you have to take the 8. Why? Because here it is less than symbol, there is no equal to symbol, but here less than and equal to symbol also there, so you have to consider 8, but you should not consider 3. These things are very important. Very small things, but they are very important. The condition you have to consider. We have to think one more thing. That number belongs to the which set, that means natural numbers or whole numbers or integers. Next one, what is the condition? where is less than, where the less than or equal to symbol is there. According to that you have to take. So don't make any mistake while converting the set builder form into the roster form. So don't take 3. Why? Because 3 is less than. So you have to take 4, 5, 6, 7. But you have to consider 8. Why? Because here less than or equal to is there. So 8. So these are the different types of the conditions are very important. So small conditions, but it plays crucial role, and we have to keep all these things in our mind so that we will not do any mistake. So not only for 1 mark and 2 marks, and for 4 marks questions also, they will give questions like this. You have to convert set builder forms into the roster form. Then you have to perform some operations which we are going to discuss in further classes. Okay, so this is the thing about it. I hope you understood. So now we are in converting roster form to the set builder form. So for this I am taking one question. A is a set of 3, 6, 9, 12. If you observe 3, 6, 9 and 12 are called multiples of 3. Yes or no? So I am writing this as A equal to X is equal to 3n, such that so n belongs to the natural numbers, and how many numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. So n is less than 5. So whether it is correct or wrong, we have to verify this. Say for example, substitute the values. If n equal to natural number, so first natural number is 1. So x equal to 3 into 1 is equal to 3. So first number satisfied. If you take n equal to 2, x equal to 3 into 2, that equal to 6. So the second element also satisfied. If you take n is equal to 3, then x equal to 3 into 3 equal to 9. Third element also satisfied. If n is equal to 4, so x equal to 3 into 4 equal to 12. So how I understood, how I took this condition only. So based on the observation. So here the condition, here we have only 4 numbers, so that I am taking n is less than 5. Otherwise you can take n is less than or equal to 4, also not a problem. And if you observe these numbers, these are the multiples of 3. So 3, 6, 9, 12 are the multiples of the 3. So we can write also in this way. X is a set of first 4 multiples of 3. 4 multiples of 3. First 4 multiples of 3 means, in the sense you will get to 3, 6, 9, 12 only. So either you can write in this way or you can write in this way. Both the ways are right on. So observation is very important. Observation and common sense. If you observe these two things, then you can convert any roster form into the set builder form. And for converting set builder form into the roster form, it is very easy. Why? Because here we know all the conditions, all those things, and you have to do the calculations. But for converting roster into the set builder form, you need common sense and observation and understand the question proper way. These things are very important. Keep in mind. So now I will take one more example. B is a set of 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. If you observe, this is 2 power 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 power 4, 2 power 5. So understand, read the question and think in a different way. These are not the multiples. If you see first 2 elements, you may think these 2 are the multiples of the 2. But coming to the third element, if it is 6, it is a multiple, but it is not 6. Then it will be 2 to the power of some number. So B is equal to x equal to 2 to the power of n. So x already we defined such that this is the symbol we have to use. It's 2. So n belongs to the natural number only. Why? Because here if it is a whole number, 2 power 0 1 should be, but we don't have 1, so this is natural number. And how many elements are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So n is less than or equal to 5. Otherwise you can write n is less than 6 also. So verify whether the given condition is satisfying or not. So n is natural number. N equal to 1. So x equal to 2 power 1, 2. The first number satisfied. N equal to 2. So x equal to 2 square, that equal to 4, the second condition satisfied. N equal to 3, then x equal to 2 cube, 8, the third condition is also satisfied. If n equal to 4, x equal to 2 to the power of 4, that equal to 16, this also satisfied. And n equal to 5, x equal to 2 to the power of 5, so that equal to 4, 5 is nothing but 32. So third one. These things you no need to do in examination. For your understanding purpose, I'm explaining. For clarification, whatever we have done, otherwise whatever we have assumed, whether it is true or wrong, we have to check one more. Otherwise, you may do some mistakes. Verification is very important. Verification for your satisfaction purpose, it is not mandatory to do in the solution. You can do in rough work also, not a problem. So this is the way you have to converting roster form to the set builder form, and set builder form to the roster form also we have discussed. It's time for discussion about types of sets. Types of sets. So we have different types of sets we have. So for example, I am writing one example. So A is a set of X such that X belongs to the natural numbers and 1 is less than X is less than 2. So what are the elements we'll get here? So here X such that X is belongs to real natural numbers and 1 is less than X is less than 2. That means the one value between 1 and 2. So which elements you will get in this one? If you observe here, you will not get any element. Why? Because between 1 and 2 we have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. They all are called the rational numbers or irrational numbers. But here X belongs to natural numbers. So this is type of set. Therefore here we don't have any element. A set which is having no element is called the empty set. What is that? It is called empty set. A set having no elements is called an empty set. The symbol of empty set is either this, otherwise we have to represent this is the symbol. This is called phi. The name of this is called phi. So this is called empty set. Therefore a set having no elements is called the empty set. And we have different names, that is void set or null set or empty set. So these are the different names of the set, and the representation of the empty set is either empty braces or phi you have to write. But actually children, they do mistake, they will write like this. So this is wrong. This is not a empty set. This is a singleton set. So either empty braces you have to use or the symbol phi you have to use. This is called the empty set. What is the empty set? A set having no element is called the empty set. Here this is the example. Therefore X such that X belongs to n and X1 is less than X is less than 2. Otherwise we can take B equal to X such that X belongs to the natural numbers and X square equal to minus 1. X square equal to minus 1. Is it possible? The square of any number, will you get negative? And the X is a natural number, we cannot get minus 1. And the square of even negative number also we cannot get negative. So this is called empty set. These are the different examples of the empty sets or null set or void set. The notation, and we should not write like this. This is very important point. So this is all about empty set. Singleton set. Singleton set. A set having only one element is called the singleton set. Single means one element. So for example, A is a set of A is a set of given prime number. So how many prime numbers are even? According to our knowledge, we have only one number which is even and prime, that is 2. So this is, here we are having only one element, so this type of set is called singleton set. So for example, one more, B is a set of neither positive nor negative. So what is neither positive nor negative? We will get 0. Whether 0 also an element, whatever we have you write inside the braces, it is considered as element. So this is called a set. This is called a singleton set, and a singleton set having only one element. And these are the different examples of the singleton set. Universal set and subset. Universal set and subset. Universal set and subset. So first of all, before we go to discuss about the universal set and subset, I will explain with one example. So for example, V is a set of A, E, I, O, U. These are vowels of the English alphabets. And alphabets A, B, C, D, and so on up to Z elements we have. In this one, here A set is having the collection of all alphabets, English alphabets. But whereas V is only vowels only we have 5. So A, E, I, U, that is a set. And this set is called universal set. And this set is called subset. So first I will explain what is the universal set and what is the subset. Subset means every element of a set is belongs to the element of another set, and at least one element is not belongs to the previous set, then it is called the subset. So for example, V is a subset of A. That means every element of V is the element of a set A. At least one element also. Here only A, E, I, U are the elements. Here we have so different elements. So this is called the subset and this is called the universal set. So the subset notation, this is the symbol for the subset. So every element of set V belongs to the set A, then V is the subset of A. And also called, V is called proper subset also sometimes. And the symbol is called these two symbols are used for represent the subset. So one more. So I will explain some more examples of the subset and the universal set. I am taking natural number sets, start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. And next one, whole number set. Whole number set is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Next one, integers set and so on, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Say for example, every element of n is element of W. Therefore, n is the subset of W. Similarly, and W is called the universal set. In this condition, n is subset and W is the universal set. So for example, whole number set is the subset of Z because every element of whole number, every whole number is a part of integers. But some extra numbers which are not part of the whole number. So this is a subset of this one, and so we can write it as n is subset of W is subset of Z. So this is the way you have to represent universal set and subset. Now I will explain how to write the. So A is set of 1, 2, 3. So how to write the subsets of the given set? So to write one important point while writing the subsets of the given set, the empty set and the set itself always subsets of the given sets. Empty set and set itself always subsets of the given set. So now these two you have to write first. Null set you have to write, then the set itself you have to write, then singleton set. Singleton set means in every element you have to write as a set. Element 1, set of 2 is one subset, set of 3 is one subset. After completing the singleton sets, you have to take the pairwise. So 1, 2 is one set. Next one, combination of 2 and 3 is one subset, and the combination of 3, 1 also one subset, and the set will say 1, 2, 3 also we got it. So here number of elements 3. So we have a formula. Number of subsets 2 to the power of n. Here n is number of elements of sets. N is number of elements of sets. Elements of sets. So for example, 2 to the power of how many elements we have here? N equal to 3. So 2 power 3 equal to 8. So we have to get 8 subsets. Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the way you have to write the subsets. So I will explain one more time. Once. Stick here, green stick. So this is the way how to write the number of subsets. First of all, a set, how many subset? We have a formula. A set having 3 elements, then 2 power n is the formula to find out the number of subsets of any set. Here n means number of elements of the sets. In our example, A is a set of 1, 2, 3. That means here n value is 3, then 2 cubed, 8 elements. So in bits, this point is very important. In so many public examinations, they have given number of elements of the given particular set. So this is very important. And how to write the subsets? So here one important point: null set and set itself are the subsets of every set. This 5 and set itself are the subset of every set. Afterwards, you have to write the singleton sets. Element 1, set of 2, set of 3. After completion of the singleton sets, you have to take the pairwise. Here 1, 2 is one subset, and 2, 3 is one subset, and 3, 1 is one subset. So total how many subsets we have to get? 2 cube equal 8 subsets. We count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the way you have to write the subsets of any given set. This is very important point. Remember this point. We have a question. Write subsets of A is a set of A, B, C. So here number of elements of a set. Number of elements of set A is 3. So now number of subsets equal to 2 to the power of n, that equal to cube, that equal 8. So the subsets are, already we have discussed, the first subset is the 5, empty set. Next we have to do the singleton sets, otherwise you can write the set itself is the last, not a problem. After this, so first one, 5 is a null set, and I will write this set itself at the last. Next I will write singleton sets. So set A, set B, set C. Now pair of 2, A comma B, B comma C, C comma A. So now after the last set itself, A comma B comma C, ones count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Total 8 subsets we have to get. These are the 8 subsets. This is the concept of the subsets. So write subsets of A is a set of A, B, C. First number of elements say 3. Number of subsets 2 cube, that is equal to 8. And subsets, first you have to write the null set and set itself are always subsets of the given set. And first singleton sets you have to write A, B, C. Next one pair of 2, 2. Combination of A, B, B, C and C, A. Say for example, if the set are having 4 elements, you have to take the triplets as well. 3 elements as a pair also you have to write. According to the question, we have to write the answer. Disjoint sets. Disjoint sets. Disjoint sets in the sense you have to consider 2 sets. So I'm taking A is a set of 1, 3, 5, 7. Next one, B is a set of 2, 4, 6, 8. So A is a set of 1, 3, 5, 7. B is a 2, 4, 6, 8. So what is the concept of the disjoint sets? So first you have to observe in these 2 sets, do you have any common elements? Here 1, 3, 5, 7 all are the odd numbers. Here the even numbers, there are no common numbers. So if the two sets are having no common element, they are called disjoint sets. So two sets are having no common element are called the disjoint sets. Next one, overlapping sets. Overlapping set. The opposite of disjoint sets are called the overlapping sets. So for example, here is a set of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and B is a set of 4, 5, 7, 8 and 9. If you observe in these two sets, do you have any common element? Yes, we have. Here 5 is common and 4 is also common. So at least one element is common in any two sets, then they are called the overlapping sets. They are called what? Overlapping sets. So this is the concept of overlapping sets. At least one element should be common. Minimum at least one, at most all also not a problem. Okay, so this is the thing, disjoint sets and overlapping sets concept. So dear students, once we have to recap what we have discussed in the today's class. So today's class we have discussed the definition of the sets. The collection of well-defined distinct objects is called a set, and we discussed the importance of the two letters distinct and well-defined. Distinct means different and well-defined means whether we are able to say whether it is belongs to a particular element belongs to a set or not. Next one, we discussed the two different symbols. One is the belongs to symbol and does not belong to symbol. Next, we discussed the different forms of the representations of the sets. We have two different representation of sets. One is the roster form and the set builder form. The another name of the roster form is the list form. List form in the sense the elements we have to write as it is by using separated by the commas. The elements, the things which are inside the brackets, braces are called the elements of the sets, and the elements are separated by the commas, and repeated elements you should not take, only distinct elements only we have to take. That is one of the important point. Next one, say for example natural numbers n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. This is called the roster form. That means directly you have to write the elements. That's it. There is no nothing. Next one, set builder form. Actually in the discussion of the definition of the sets, that all the elements have to follow one property or a common rule. So instead of the elements, if you use the that common property or rule for describing the elements, it is called the set builder form or rule form. Rule in the sense the common property we have to mention the question. So we have to very careful for converting set builder forms into the roster form, because the conditions are very important, and we have discussed so many examples how to consider where we have to include the numbers and where we have to exclude the numbers, and less than symbol, less than or equal to symbol, we should be very careful. And one more important, all the some basic number systems also we have to aware of it. The natural numbers starts from 1 and whole number starts from 0, and multiples means the tables. So multiples of 2 in the sense you have to write the 2 table, and multiples of the 7 means you have to write the 7 table, and the factors. Sometimes they will ask you factors, so you have to know the how to write the factors. You have studied in your previous classes, factors of 10 and factors of 10, 15. So in the factors concept, 1 is the factor of every number, and the number itself also factor of every number. You should be careful about that while writing the things. And next, different types of the sets we have discussed. The different types of the sets. First one is the empty set. The other names of the empty set are void set or null set. If the set having no elements is called the empty set. So alright, we discussed some examples. And next one, singleton set. A set having only one element is called the singleton sets. Next we discussed the subset and universal set. Subset in the sense if you take natural numbers and whole numbers. Whole numbers are called the universal set, and natural number set is called subset. Why? Because every number of natural number is the part of whole numbers, and at least one element 0 is the not the part of natural number. So n is called the subset, and w is called the universal set or superset. Next, disjoint sets and overlapping sets. If the two sets are having no common element is called the disjoint sets, and the two sets are having at least one common element is called the disjoint, sorry, overlapping set. And here we have a worksheet for you. So you have to try convert following roster forms into the set builder form. So V is a set of a comma, a comma, a comma, a comma. You have to write the set builder form for this one. And A is a set of -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and you have to convert this into a set builder form. Next one, B is 1, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4 thing, and you have to convert into the set builder form. And C is 2, 5, 10, 17. So these questions you have to try on your own in the home. So after copying this, my suggestion, if you have any doubt, you can revise one more time, you can revise a video and you can understand the concept. And tomorrow we will discuss the remaining concepts of all those things. In the next class we will discuss the remaining topic of the sets. And stay home and stay safe. All of you do revision after completion of the class. Thank you very much.